Prepare now for massive grid failures. This summer. The possibility of massive grid failures due to solar activity this summer is not a matter of if, but when. With the sun entering a period of high solar activity, we are at an increased risk of geomagnetic storms that could disrupt power grids worldwide. While this might sound like something out of a science fiction movie, it's a very real concern. The last few solar cycles have shown increasing intensity, and scientists predict the upcoming cycle could be one of the strongest we've seen in decades. Here's what you need to know about these solar storms and how you can prepare for potential grid failures. What is solar activity, and how does it affect the power grid? Solar activity, particularly solar flares and coronal mass ejections, CMEs, can send bursts of charged particles toward Earth. When these particles hit our planet's magnetosphere, they can create geomagnetic storms. These storms have the potential to disrupt power grids by inducing electrical currents in transmission lines, transformers, and other components. The power grids that are most vulnerable are those that rely on high-voltage systems, and in the worst-case scenario, a strong solar storm could cause widespread and long-lasting power outages. The most significant risk is to the transformers in the power grid, which are expensive and take months, if not years, to replace. A large-scale failure could leave millions of people without power for extended periods, impacting everything from heating and cooling to communications, food preservation, and healthcare. Why now? The timing of this risk is particularly relevant because the sun is in the middle of its 11-year solar cycle, which is expected to peak in the next few years. The sun's activity tends to be more intense during the solar maximum, which increases the chances of stronger solar flares and CMEs. While scientists can monitor solar activity and predict certain storms, it's still difficult to determine when exactly these events will hit and how severe they will be. The potential impact of a solar storm. In 1989, a solar storm knocked out power in Quebec for 9 hours, affecting millions of people. If a similar event occurred today, the impact could be much more severe due to our increased dependence on electricity. According to the National Aeronautics and Space Administration, NASA, the cost of a large solar storm could reach trillions of dollars, with widespread disruptions lasting for months or even years. That's why it's important to start preparing now. How you can prepare. Build an emergency kit. This is the first and most essential step in preparing for any disaster. Your kit should include enough food and water to last for at least 2 weeks. Include non-perishable foods such as canned goods, dried fruits, nuts, and freeze-dried meals. Don't forget a manual can opener. Backup power sources. In the event of a power failure, having a backup power source like a generator is crucial. Solar-powered generators are a good choice for those looking to prepare sustainably. They are quiet, eco-friendly, and can power essential devices like lights, small appliances, and communication devices. Make sure you have extra fuel or a charging system ready to go. Battery-powered devices. Since power outages can last for days or weeks, having a stockpile of batteries for flashlights, radios, and other essential devices is important. Invest in a battery-powered or hand-crank radio to stay updated on weather and emergency information. Solar chargers are also a good idea to keep your phones charged. Protect your electronics. One of the most overlooked preparations is safeguarding your electronic devices. A solar storm can induce an electromagnetic pulse, EMP, that could fry the circuits of sensitive electronics. You can purchase Faraday bags or EMP shields, which are designed to protect items like computers, phones, and radios from electromagnetic pulses. Prepare for heat and cold. If the power goes out during extreme weather, your home's heating and cooling systems will be down. Depending on where you live, this could be a major problem. Invest in portable heaters or coolers, blankets, and warm clothing. Insulating your home, using thermal curtains, or having alternative cooking options like camping stoves can help you manage without electricity. Consider alternative communication. In the event of a grid failure, cell networks might go down as well. It's wise to have alternative communication methods such as walkie-talkies or two-way radios to stay in touch with family members and neighbors. Plan for medical needs. If you or anyone in your household relies on medical equipment that requires power, like oxygen machines or CPAP devices, make sure to have backup power options. Having a medical kit stocked with essentials like medications, bandages, and other necessary items is vital. Subscribe